There is some pockets of opportunities here and there, but it would be optimistic to say opportunities outweigh risks. Maya Senussi, Roubini Global Economics. South Africa's first interest rate decision following last month's reshuffle in finance ministers saw an interest rate rise of 50 basis points today. Maya, was this interest rate increase expected?
So the 50 basis point rise was completely in line with our view, and in general it was widely expected. The Bloomberg consensus was for a 50 basis point increase, and the amount was also priced into the forward curve. I think in general people were expecting the central bank to step in after the sort of fiasco in December to send a strong signal on inflation and inflation expectations.
One of the country's leading consumer internet bankers plans to invest millions into South Africa's economy. South Africa also used the meetings in Davos to highlight that South Africa is open for business and manufacturing. Is opportunity outweighing risks in South Africa's economy at present?
So I think South Africa was not the only country that was making a lot of effort to try and encourage investment at Davos. And in general, I would say that for sure there are some pockets of opportunities here and there. But in general, pretty optimistic to say that opportunities outweigh risks. And it's not an easy environment to operate in. And that is very clearly reflected in, the consumer confidence indices, the business confidence indices. All of them are at multi-year lows. And that was clearly reflected in the central bank statement today.
Investors are worried about the state of the government and its leadership. Another concern for investors is rising inflation and slow economic growth. What have investors seen from the SARB's growth and inflation outlook released today?
So the outlook is far from rosy, as we heard in the statement, and in general, everyone is downgrading their GDP forecast, and the central bank did so as well. They're now expecting growth at just below 1% in 2016, and that's going to be the slowest since the 2009 recession. At the same time, we heard and we know that the inflation outlook has deteriorated, so it's not a great mix.
South Africa's rand rose today after a cautious Fed left US interest rates unchanged. What's your outlook for the rand in 2016?
As the central bank governor said, the rand is undervalued and has been for a while. But I don't really see any meaningful positive catalysts in the near future that would change the currency dynamics. There will be temporary pullbacks like we saw this morning, but ultimately, I'd say the rand will continue to weaken, and this is particularly true as the likelihood of another rating downgrade has risen.
Well, Maya, thank you for your insight. Tomorrow brings the last day of this trading week, so be sure you're kept up to date with all the latest market moves. Do click back. Goodbye for now.